people ask me, what's a day in the life of a realtor like? I'm Holly McKhann, local realtor in South Orange County, California, and I figured I would just give you a little glimpse into what my day has been like today, because I would say it's kind of typical. Not that all of these things happen every day, but my job is to be a problem solver, a hand holder, and make my clients feel confident and comfortable in their decisions and throughout their real estate process. So some of the things that came up today are, number one, my buyers that closed on a house a few days ago, well, the seller forgot to leave the mailbox key for them. So we're trying to figure out how, now she lives an hour away, how to get it to them. And I thought, well, maybe she could mail it, but wait, it might end up in the mailbox. So we're still trying to get that mail key to them, but little things get forgotten, like garage remotes, mail keys, pool keys, all those little things. So that's one of the things that we deal with, which is minor compared to some things. Another thing, I have a buyer that's purchasing a condo for investment, and she got denied on her loan today. So frustrating when the lender was so sure her loan would be a slam dunk. She's putting almost 50% down, but due to things he didn't know that Fannie Mae would require on her loan and how they're treating the rental income for this property and for another one, it just blew the whole thing up. But this lender was great. He was able to come up with a DSCR loan for her, which stands for Debt Service Coverage Ratio. And those are loans that don't care so much about what your income is as much as what the property's income is. So when it's an investment property, you can use that. Typically you're putting 35 to 40% down, not a problem for her. She was putting almost 50% down. So the end result is her monthly payment is gonna go up by $56 a month. Definitely handleable. She really wants a property, so she's still moving forward. But that took a few phone calls and she was very stressed out, understandably so. But when I talked to the lender and then we talked to a different lender just to make sure she had the best situation, we decided yes, she did. Moving on, that one checked. She's starting the new loan with this broker, and they have to still do all of that, and we're supposed to close in a week. So we'll see if that comes together. Another of my buyers is purchasing an investment property, which I'm so excited about for him, because it's a single family home and we're going to build 3, hopefully, ADUs in the backyard of this home. It's got a really large backyard. It's in orange. I'll definitely be making other videos about this. We are turning this single family home into a 4-plex. So this is a really cool opportunity available. California is requiring all cities and HOAs to allow ADUs, accessory dwelling units. Now that part is gonna take him some time. I've got him connected to a contractor that's doing plans and everything, but meanwhile, the main house that's gonna be in front of all these units, it needs some major help and renovation. The floor is trash. There's cabinet doors ripped off the bathrooms. It's got like this 1985 stove microwave combo, and the microwave door is ripped off. It's so old. I've never seen a microwave like this. So we need a full renovation for this house, and I got 2 of my great contractors together to, they each got to the property and they each gave me bids in the last hour that I've submitted to my buyer so that we can have a contractor ready to hit the ground running when we close next week. And there was some other little forms going back and forth, like contingency removal. Did you know that contingencies aren't removed till you remove them in writing? We have a 1-page form in California that you check which box of the contingencies you're removing. So on that one that we're doing, it was all contingencies removed today. We negotiated back and forth on a repair request. They're doing some repairs. They're giving us a credit for closing costs. So all of that had to be documented, signed by both sides of the transaction. And then I submitted it to the lender so he can get things going, and then we'll give it to escrow as well. The next thing I was dealing with is for my seller of some vacant land on the ocean. Very exciting listing. It is ocean front. It's on a street called Beach Road in Dana Point, Capistrano Beach. Little gated community, very cool. how the ocean is your backyard. You have some sandy beach and then the ocean. So the deal with this one is my seller would incur a significant capital gains tax if he sold it and didn't do any tax deferral or any special strategies. So he was considering and planning to do a 1031 tax deferred exchange. That means as long as he buys for the same price as what he sells for, then he will not have to pay any tax. So you have to carry the same amount of debt over from the prior transaction and the same amount of gross purchase price as your sales price. So what I found for him, which I had found for myself and my husband in the last couple of years, we started looking for tax deferral strategies, is something called a deferred sales trust. And I told my seller, hey, Mr. Seller, why don't you just check this out to see if it might be a solution for you? I don't know if it is for you or isn't for you, but check it out. He is super excited about it. It's better than a 1031 tax deferred exchange in that you don't have this really limited 45-day window to identify a new property, or you can identify several, and then you have 6 months to close. He said in the past, he ended up buying a property. It was a small hotel, and he said it did not perform well. He had all kinds of problems with it, but he felt trapped and pressured to buy it during his 1031 identification period on this other transaction. So he is super thankful and excited that he has another option. So talk to him about that and still have some more homework to do for that one too. Had one of my buyers who's been kind of quiet and getting my emails of properties. Actually, he's been seeing these emails for a few years. He's gonna move here to San Clemente ideally, and this will be his ultimate retirement home, but he's been watching these and he hit me up today. Hey Holly, find out on this house, I don't see a refrigerator anywhere in the kitchen or a spot for it. Well, I opened it up, I could see where it goes, and so I reassured him, yes, there's a place for the fridge, and we're gonna go see that property on Saturday. Another buyer, excited about this other home in another community to go see it on Saturday when open houses start. Also, I have a listing for a lease in Anaheim for a townhome for my client. I've helped her with other investment properties, buying and selling, so I help my clients with doing listings for lease. I don't go out soliciting that kind of business, but I'm happy to help my clients that I'm already, serving with lease listings. So I've already fielded 2 phone calls on that, and I only listed it an hour ago, screening potential tenants. Then I have another client with a lease listing that we picked the right candidate, and we're just trying to get all the paperwork, because there's still a lot of paperwork even with leases. Between the lease and probably about 15 disclosures, there is a lot of paperwork going back and forth that needs to get signed by both realtors, both the landlord and the tenant. In this case, there's 4 adult tenants, so that's gonna be a lot of signatures you have to get. So, and of course, I'm always watching the market to see the latest listings coming up, so I can, I have all these clients, in mind, all these buyers that are looking for something in particular. So when I see the new listings come up on the market, I'm watching those all the time. I think, ooh, that could be good for that person. That could be good for this person. So all of that and fielding phone calls regarding all this stuff, that's how I've been spending my day. So there's a little glimpse and insight. Today has been a day completely working from my home office, but yesterday I went out and showed properties. But I am probably in the office a good 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time I'm showing properties to potential buyers, or doing those open houses and things like that for my listings. So there you go, kind of a day in the life of Realtor Holly McKhann. Make sure you subscribe for more great market updates and information, videos of our flips that we're doing, and excited to always share with you. Comment below any questions you have, and you can contact me with any real estate questions. I'm excited to help you and always here for you.